Anything that was acceptable, standardized in quantity, durable, valuable, and divisible was commonly used as money.
The barter system dates back as early as 5000 BC. Precious metal, called ingots, were used to trade. The Lydians are historically credited with making the first coins around 700 BC. It was a system that preceded monetary exchange for goods and services. In earlier times of existence, chickens, cows, camels, and other types of livestock were the primary items of trade. At first, cows, salt, and spices, along with other tangible items, served as currency, but around 1200 BC, cowrie shells were used in China and parts of Africa. Cowrie shells were the longest used forms of currency.
These items, which could be used as a medium of exchange, unit of account, store of value, or standard of deferred payment, could be used as money.
Shiny, alluring, and everybody loves it? What are we talking about? Gold and its standard. The gold standard is a system in which countries all over the world hold a fixed amount of their currency to represent a certain amount of gold. When a person wanted to exchange money for gold, they would take it to the federal bank. So, for example, if you had a $20 bill that you wanted to exchange, you would give it to the federal bank and they would in turn give you $20 worth of gold. The reason why we no longer use gold as a monetary exchange is because of a piked value on a fixed exchange rate and the discovery of gold in California and in various places in Europe, which made the value of gold inconsistent. Also, Franklin D. Roosevelt outlawed private gold ownership. The first Bank of North America was founded in 1781 by an act of Congress giving the bank responsibilities as a fiscal agent and regulator of currency. The central bank received much opposition in the early years from Thomas Jefferson and Andrew Jackson, who feared the power of the bank. By August of 1914, it was rechartered just in time to raise money for World War I. After the stock market crash of 1929, which resulted in 9,000 banks closing in a 5-year period, Congress issued an investigation and passed the Federal Reserve Act of 1913 and reconstructed it into the Federal Reserve we know today. Inflation is a concept that can be difficult to explain. Here is a simple way of explaining it. If tomorrow it were discovered that the bottom of the ocean was covered in diamonds, the value of diamonds would drastically decrease.
As seen in the basic supply and demand graph, an increase in supply without a change in demand, such as in the case of diamonds, decreases the equilibrium price. Similarly, the fixed supply of money, when increased, decreases the interest rate much like the equilibrium price in the previous slide. Due to its decreased buying power, the demand for money is also increased. This decrease in the interest rate increases investments. The increase in the money supply will also shift aggregate demand out and to the right, increasing the price level and real GDP. This is known as demand pull inflation.